This is Radharaj Sudanidhi class. We wanted to finish a few points yesterday on verse 14. Radha Karavachita Radha Karavachita Palava Valarike Radha Padanka Vilasan Madurastalike Radha Yasho Mukaramatta Kagagavalike Radha Vihara Vipane Ramatam Manome. Saraswati Pad is telling, may my mind find happiness in Brindavan, the play forest of Radharani, Bihar Vipana, Bihar Brindavan. What is this playground? This playground of Brindavan is where the vines, the lata, the valari, palava, the flower buds, and the creepers have all been touched by Radharani's hand. Radhakara. Kara means hand. Hot kara. Kara. Same as Bengali, Sanskrit, same. Kara. Like kartal. So, palava means bud. That's one distinguishing quality. Vishesh gun. Brindavan Vishesh gun. This champak tree, this Madhavi lata, kadamba pear. There's kadamba pear here. There's neem pear. There's tamal pear. Laga pear. Bitar. And all Radharani Sparsha, Kara Sparsh. So they're all in Madhurya Bhav, Magana. They're all submerged in the Madhurya. Then it says that this ground, this Brajduli, the land of Vrindavan, it's become Madhur. It's become Madhu, very sweet. It's become sweet. This is emergency. कोई बात नहीं. Bhagavan Icha. In India, because you can't adjust anything, so you say Bhagavan Icha, the Uparwala. So this Braj Dhuli, this Braj Bhumi, the land of Vrindavan, it's sweet. It's sweet with Madhura Vilasan. It says Radha Padanka Vilasan Madhurastalike. These stalis, Leela stalis, Govinda stali, Rasa stali, Julan stali, Dan Gati stali. These places of Krishna's pastimes are very sweet because of Radharani's contact with Radharani's Padanka, her lotus feet. Just like if you take a gulabjamun or you take a rasgulla and you take the juice and rub it all over your body, the ras, then your body becomes sweet. So Radharani's feet are moving all over Braj, in the Julan Leela Stali, in the Rasa Leela Stali, and everywhere this ground of Vrindavan, it's touched, it's marked by Radharani's footprints. Radharani's footprints, Padanka, Pada-anka, her marks of her feet, they're sweet. Not only they're sweet by two things, by her bhav and by her leela. Radharani's bhav is Madhurya bhav, or Mahabhav. And the leelas are Madhurya leela. The Ras leela, all the leelas, Krishna and Gopiyan, they're all very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. And then he says, these birds, the birds you see, the pakshi, tota, koil, chiriya, alaga birds, other birds, they go mad. They go mata. Why? Because of mukara mata, their mouth, Radha Yasho, Radharani's fame. They're singing about Leela. They're singing this gun, Paki gun. The song of the Paki is Leela gun, Madhurya Leela gun, the song of Krishna's Madhurya Leela. And they're going mad. So then Saraswati Pad is telling his mind, stay here. This is Chanchalaman. Krishna is telling in Gita, and in the Bhagavad Gita he says Chanchalamana. Krishna is telling Chanchalahi Mana Krishna, Pramati Balavan Dridam. Arjuna is telling. Krishna says, Arjuna, control your mind. Give up this petty weakness of the heart. Arise, O chastiser of the enemy. Pick up your Gandiva. Shoot your bana. Shoot your arrows. He said, I don't want. Vishad. This first chapter, Adhyaya, chapter 1, Adhyaya, Gita, is Vishad. Vishad, Yoga Vibhag. Vishad. Despair, lamentation, despair. Vishad. So Krishna, he tells him, control your mind by abhyas, yoga abhyas. By every day doing sadhana bhakti, control your mind. Then Arjuna says, oh, my teacher, my guru, ami shishya, but apka guru, apne guru, ami shishya. But I am Vibram. I'm very bewildered. Chanchal hi mana Krishna, my mind is chanchal. Either, upar, niche, piche, age. It's all over the place. Hare Baba. Huh? Yeah, it's not turned on. Because I forgot and I locked the door. Yeah, so that's why I said sit close. So, batteries? Maxell? Oh. Because that's the same one I had that failed. The one you gave me, that failed before. So, yeah, okay, I'll just hold it, yeah. So he's telling his mind. So I had a few points in relation to this verse. How to come? These are points about sadhana in relation to this verse, because he's praying here in Sadhaka Vesh. Saraswati Pad, Prabhupada Saraswati. This is Radha Rasudanidhi. He's in Sadhaka Vesh. He's absorbed in this roop, in Stri Roop, Admi Roop, man, woman, doing bhajan. So he's in one level he's in Siddha Sarup, Siddha Vesh, in his Manjari Sarup, envisioning his Manjari Sarup, and he's seeing this Leela. I'm walking in the Bandihar with Radharani, Brindavan Gamana, and I'm wandering through the Van, and Talavan and Madhuvan and Brindavan, mostly Brindavan, Radha and Krishna, Madhurya Leela. And she's touching the lead, and the Manjari is there walking behind Radharani with Chamara, or throwing flower petals, or just walking behind carrying some tray with some water pot, or some kunkum, or some kajal, laga item, many different items. And so she's observing, like when you watch a movie, you observe the hero and the heroine, Nayak and Nayak. So the Manjari is observing. So in Siddha Vesh, he's observing, oh, I see Radharani doing this and doing that, and I see her feet moving on the ground. And then he comes back, he loses that vision, that absorption, the high level of bhajan, seeing the Leela Pravesh, entering the Leela. Then he laments, Vilap. Oh, my mind, for 10 minutes, my mind, you were very kind. Krishna is telling in Gita, Krishna says in Gita, the mind is the best of friends or the worst of enemies. You understand? Meraman kavi bandhu. Meraman kavi ari. Ari, enemy. How do you say enemy? Ari. Shatru. Kavi shatru. Enemy. Opposed. Virod party. So, the mind is a very good mind, a friendly mind is Leela Pravesh, Leela Smaran. That's bandhu, friendly mind. But our mind is very less like this. So his mind was there giving him the darshan. Then he lost it. Then he said, oh mind, manome, my mind. Now you lost that, now you're going here and there, oh, what's for prasad? Oh, I need some new clothes. Oh, this, that, other thing. Just stay in the Leela. So I made these points for sadhana. That all the plants, flowers, trees, and land of Braj is connected with Radharani. Because everything in Braj comes directly in contact, sakshat, sparsha, directly in contact with Radharani's Madhurya Sarup. Mahabhav Sarupini Radha. Mahabhav Sarupini, from head to fingertips. From fingertips to her eyes. She looks with Mahabhav Dristi. She hears with Mahabhav Shabda, her ears, her kan. She smells, she touches, her feet are walking. And it's just radiating. It's emanating from her. So this, and everything has come in contact with Radharani's beautiful hands, her eyes, her feet, and her heart. Sparshamani. Sparshamani. There's Chintamani and Sparshamani, do cheese, do item. So, Sparshamani, this is some element, some dhatu, that if you touch the Sparshamani to Loha, then the Loha becomes Sona. Iron becomes gold. So this Radharani, she is Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Gaurangi Radha, Mahabhav Gaurangi. So she is so much Sparshamani. So she's touching this land of Vrindavan and turning it all into gold, turning it all into this golden effulgence of Madhurya Bhav. So we roll in the dust. So I'm saying this, that everything's come in contact with her, and it's become like a Sparshamani. And there's that one bhajan in Hindi about 5 years ago, it's popular. I could say, in the verse it says Radharani's touching Sparsha, Lata Sparsha, Lata Sparsha, Pata Sparsha, Pallava Sparsha. She's touching the leaves, she's touching the creepers, she's touching the flower buds. And what are they doing? How are they responding? Braj mein lata patabi bole Shri Radha Radha. Braj mein lata patabi bole. You know? You know? Shri Radha Radha. This is a Hindi song. Very popular in all Braj Mandal 5 years ago. Number 1. Hit song. Huh? I know, 20 years ago, I don't know. I'm here for 30 years. So for me it's 29, 30, 15, I get lost, you know. Yeah, you know, maybe you know, I don't know. Anything more than 1 year is a long time ago. Brajme lata patabi bole. So the pata and the lata, the leaves on the lata, the valari, what are they doing? Radharani's touching them. Sparsha, kara sparsha, then Shri Radha Radha, Shri Radha Radha. Then later, when Krishna is on his Abhisar, Krishna's on Abhisar looking for Radharani. Radha Kotai, Radha Kotai. Little Bengali. Torah. Kahan. Ami Prem Bikari. Ami Prem Bikari, Radharani Kotai. Bengali, you know? That's you can translate in Bengali? You know Bengali? Yeah? Well, translate. What I said in Bengali.
Okay.
5 minutes, 2 minutes. Follow. Do you know Bangla Bhasha Samastek? Oh, Torah. Okay. Anyway, forget it. So everything here in Braj is an Udipan, it's an excitement, it reminds us of Radharani. We remember Radha and Krishna, especially Brindavan and our eternal sevas. So all these places in Brindavan, they're special. You won't find these places anywhere in the universe. It says here, Madhurya Stalike, Vilasan Madhurya Stalike. These sweet, special pastime places you won't find anywhere in the universe, nowhere in the earth. And then when we get here, okay, we just stay in Raman Reti, or we stay. We should move. And when yatris come here, they come for 5 days and they go everywhere. They go to Barsana, Nandagram, Gokul, and Kaman, and everywhere, Radhakund, Govardhan. They want to see everything. They want to collect all the mercy. So when we live here, we should collect all the mercy of these places. So they're very special because every day Radharani's enjoying pastimes and she leaves her footprints there. So when we go to these Leela Stalis, what do? We remember Radha. Whatever we heard about Radharani and Krishna, and whatever we read, whatever we heard, and whatever we read, when we go to a Leela Stali, either alone or with others, then we try to remember that. And we pray to Krishna, Krishna, give me some memory. Because he gives memory, no? And forgetfulness. I'm here in Varsana. And I know there's so many pastimes. And I read about them, I heard about them. I came here on Parikrama, Brajmandal Parikrama. And the Tirth Guru, the guide, told me so many things. And then you sit and you pray, you chant. And then some nice things will come. And you remember. So this is how to do parikrama. Parikrama is not with your feet and your camera. First you take picture inside of the Leela. Then you try to take a picture outside. Everyone goes with their eyes and their feet, and they touch, and they see. But when we do parikrama, a holy place, we should go with our mind. Our body is only to carry our mind. And we go there and we sit. Because the place, just like what is the purpose of a jet plane? You get in this box called a jet plane in Calcutta, and then you fly. It takes you to some place, Delhi. Then you get out. So when you go to a Leela Stali, it's meant, that place is meant to transport your mind into the Leela. It's a transporting place. You know, it's where you I went to Barsana, I saw this. You ask someone, I went to Barsana. What will they say? I saw this, I saw that, I heard this, I met this Baba, that Baba. Pujari gave me Mahaprasad. He gave me a garland, whatever. You know, show and tell or whatever. But who tells, I went to Barsana and I sat in front of Lara Lilal and I was chanting and praying to her, please, I have heard so many Leelas and I've read so many Leelas about you in Barsana. Please, I want to see one of those Leelas. I'm here now in your place. This is the meaning of Parikrama. How many people do Parikrama like this? How many people are told like this? Here, some guide will come and say, this is this, this is that. Okay, you can say this is this, this is that. Okay, now sit for a half hour. I'm not speaking. Chant japa. Now pray that some Leela comes in your mind. This is the real Parikrama. Mostly you just get to the place, you go to the place of transportation. Like you're in Calcutta, you're living in Taliganj. You say, I'm in Taliganj, I want to go to Delhi. Well, you can't just sit in Taliganj and go up on your roof in Taliganj in Calcutta and then say, I want to go to Delhi, and just fly to Delhi. You have to go to Dum Dum, you have to go to the airport, get in the plane. So when you come to, that's why the Acharyas tell us, live in a Leela Stali. Live in a Leela Stali according to your Sankalpa. What is your Sankalpa? What is your Abhilash? What is your Bhakti Abhilash? What do you want to attain? If you want to attain Madhurya Bhav in the service of Radharani, then you live in a place that's saturated with Madhurya Bhav and saturated with Radharani's Seva. So in Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we are worshippers of the gopis. Ramyat Kachit Upasana. Ramya Kachit Upasana Brajabadu Bir Sakalpita. So Ramya Upasana. Braja Ramani. The Ramya means delightful, beautiful. That worship. Upasana means worship, the sadhana of the mantris and gopis. How they worship Radharani. And that's told by Das Goswami and Stavavali and Stavamala and Prem Bhakti Chandrika. So many books it's telling. So they're telling us that we should live in a Leela Stali. So people live different places. Maybe they make the calculation a devotee may take for living is physical. This is a comfortable place. This is a social place. This is a comfortable place. There's lots of facility here. But this is exactly the wrong calculation for bhajan. Personally, I was living in Brindavan for 15 years. Then I moved here in 2002, continually, steady since then. So that's 14 years. when I was there, when I came to Brindavan in 1987, I got all these books from Advaita Das, Stavavali, and all these others between 87 and 90. I was reading them, and then I realized, I have to live in a place. I have to live in a place that's conducive to my sadhana. And Das Goswami and Rupa Goswami are telling me I should live in Radhakund. Everywhere they're telling. Rupa Goswami, he lived sometime in Sevakunj, Brindavan, and sometimes in Terkadamba, Nandagaon. But when he writes, when he gives shiksha, upadesh, when he gives shiksha and upadesh for the Bhakta Log, he doesn't say live in Sevakunj. You should live in Sevakunj. He doesn't say live in Terkadamba. He says you should live in Radhakund, Upadeshamrita. And many other places he says at highest place. And Das Goswami, when Das Goswami came to Vrindavan to commit suicide, then Rupa and Sanatan said, no, you have to teach Manjari Bhav. You were 16 years with Sarup Damodar Goswami and 16 years with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri, and his Gambhira Leela, his deepest, most confidential Madhurya Leela. So you have to go and teach the world how to practice this Manjari Bhav Upasana. Manjari Bhav Upasana. So he said, where should I go? I said, we'll give you the best place. Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they didn't take him to Sevakunj and say, do bhajan here. They didn't take him to Terkadamba. Everybody goes to Terkadamba and says, this is Rupa Goswami's place. Well, so is Radhakund. So he took Das Goswami here, and Das Goswami stayed here for 65 years. Haribol, writing about Manjari Bhav Upasana, how to worship in the Bhav of a Manjari, become Radharani's eternal maidservant, which is the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Gopi Bhav Angikara. And Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Gopi Bhav Angikara. Angikara means you must accept. It says, Raganuga Bhakti Prachar. This is Bengali shloka. Raganuga Bhakti Prachar. Mahaprabhu has come to teach Raganuga Bhakti. Some places are negative, some places are positive, some places are transcendental, some places are super transcendental. So a cemetery and a cremation ground is negative, right? And a disco is positive, passionate. And a temple is positive, sattvic. And transcendental also, because Krishna is there. So this is the point. Okay, you're in Raman Reti. That's very nice. That's kind of like a freeway to get you somewhere. And there's specific pastimes of Radha and Krishna and Raman Reti. I'm yet to read of any. I lived there. I left there because to me, the pursuit of Radha and Krishna prema was greater than my happiness of my eyes. The pursuit of Radha Krishna prema was more important to me than the happiness of my eyes. Because when I would see Radha Shyam, I would feel very happy in mind and heart. But to develop Radha Krishna prema and Gopi Bhav, the best place in all Braj Mandal, and every Acharya agrees, the best place is Radhakund for Madhurya Bhav, specifically in Manjari Bhav. This is the place. That's why this is the center of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Lord Chaitanya discovered this place. Every place else is already discovered by the Nimbarkis and by so many other sadhus. But he didn't reveal Barsana or Nandagram or Gokul, so many places. Neither did Rupa or Sanatan or Lokanath or Bhugarbha, because they all were involved. Bhugarbha Goswami, Lokanath, and Rupa Sanatan, they were Leela Stali Prakat. They were manifesting the Leela Stalis of Braja. But none of them could find Radhakund. Radhakund is a gift of Mahaprabhu. You are a Gaudiya Vaishnava, this is for you. Oh, you are my son, I give you this 1 lakh. Does your father go around the town and give every son 1 lakh? I don't think so. Oh, you got married, you need some money. Here's 1 crore, buy a house. So Lord Chaitanya said, this is my wealth. I'm giving it to you. But who speaks like this? Who knows this? This is all in the books. I'm speaking from my realization. Paravipane, Ramatam, Ramatam, Raman, Sukh, Anand. Hey mind, find your happiness. Mansukh, Manananda. Find your happiness there in the forest of Brindavan with the monkeys, because the forest means trees and trees means monkeys. Monkeys they're fun. So he's telling, this is the perfection of thought, to always remember. And wherever we go in Brindavan, when we touch the leaves or the vines or the trees, we should think, oh, my Radha, my Swamini, she walked here. She came here last night. When I go in the garden, I embrace my trees and I touch the leaves of the Malati. And I say, did Radharani touch you last night? Did Krishna lean on its neem tree? Did Krishna lean on you last night? This is their Bagicha. Because the spiritual world is here and here. It's not here. Spiritual world is not here. It's consciousness. It's a realm. Goloka is a realm. It's not a grahan. Surya grahan. Chanda grahan. Venus, how you say Venus? Kanya grahan. The planets. Shukra grahan. It's a consciousness. Vrindavan is a state of consciousness. Not that you get in a rocket ship. We're going. Oh, keep going. Oh, there goes Janalok and Mahalok and Tapalok. There goes Satyalok. Oh, there goes Brahmalok. Keep going. Look out your window to the left. You'll see Brahmalok. Oh, there's Brahmalok. Oh, okay, that's nice. Oh, that little turbulence here. Fasten your seatbelt. Oh, what's happening? Be careful now. We're going through the coverings of the universe. It's going to be a little turbulence. Fasten your seatbelt. Please turn off your cell phone and fasten your seatbelt. We're going through the covering universe. First, we have to go through Earth layer, then the water layer, and fire layer, and ether layer, and man, and buddhi, and hankar. That's going to be really bumpy going through a hankar. And then we have to enter the Brahma Jyoti. Then you better put your sunglasses on. The sunglasses will pop down automatically from the rooftop. There's sunglasses. They'll pop down. You'll hear the bell. Put them on, because when you look out the window, you'll see the Brahma Jyoti. Oh, wow, it's really bright. Wow. And you keep going and going. And then you'll see Vaikuntha. And don't get distracted. Don't pull the chain on the railway train and make the plane stop. Make the bogey, you pull the chain on a train and it stops. So don't pull the chain and stop in Vaikuntha. We're not stopping there. Keep going. Oh, look at that. That looks like Rukmini, Dwarkadish. Oh, I want to stop there. Hey, don't stop there. That's Dwarka. Oh, what's that? Oh, it looks like Uddhava. And it looks like Vasudeva and Devaki. Oh, I think I'll stop. That's Mathura Junction. This is Mathura. I have to stop. No, don't pull the chain there. This is not Mathura Junction. Don't get off there. Oh, what? Oh, what's all these trees? There's no buildings. There's no palaces. There's no golden streets. Mathura had golden streets and golden palaces. What is this place? There's only trees everywhere. I just see green everywhere. Green. What is this? Germany or Switzerland? What is this? You know, when you fly to these places, you look out the window. It's all green. There's nobody lives here. Or what? It's all forests and countryside. So then here you look out the window, you see people and buildings. You know. So then. Okay, prepare. You know, we're about to land. We're going to land now on the Govardhan Parikrama Marg Airport. Govardhan Parikrama Marg Airport. It's 14 kilometers long. We'll be landing there, and we'll be taxiing into Dangati, and then you can get down in Dangati. And I thank you for flying with Swami Intergalactic Airlines, and we hope to see you again on Intergalactic Airlines. But we hope you don't come back either, because once you go there. Punar Janmana Vidyate. Punar Janmana Vidyate. Vidyate means there is no more birth. Punar Janmana Vidyate. Vidyate means there is. Na Vidyate means there is not. Punar, again, birth, when you go there. So that's not how it is. You don't get in a rocket ship. It's not a planet. It's a state of consciousness. That's where everywhere. They don't know how to describe the spiritual. They say world, realm, spiritual sky. It's not a planet, which is, I didn't even understand that till about 15 years ago. I thought it was some planet, Goloka Brindavan. It's a planet. and you come down with a spaceship, and then the dust goes flying from, the rocket lands down, a moon landing, and then the gate comes down, and you walk out, and you have your Siddha Swarupa. Jai Ho, welcome Navadasi, welcome Navamandri, come. It's that's why the brain is called Achintya Tattva, inconceivable. That's why I said that seeing the Leelas, seeing the Leela Stalis is not with the eyes, it's with the heart and with the mind. Because the heart and mind take you to the spiritual world, not the eyes. The heart and mind take you to the spiritual realm, not 70,000 pictures of deities. Krishna doesn't say that in any book. He says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajit yanti kalevaram. 8th chapter of Gita, 8th chapter of Gita, verse 6. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajit yanti kalevaram. Tam tam eveti konteya sadatad bhava bhavitaha. Sadatad bhava bhavitaha. That bhav, that condition, that mood, that meditation, that feeling in the heart and mind that you're cultivating, sada, kirtaniya sadahari, always cultivating. Sada tad means that, like we say that, almost sounds like tad. Sanskrit, English, we say THAT, they say TAD, that, tad. Sada tad bhava bhavitaha. That will become, like we say bhavatu. Punar Mushika Bhava. Punar Mushika Bhava. Bhava means let it be. Again become a mouse. You heard that. So, Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tyajit Yante Kalevaram. Ante Kalevaram. The time of death. Tyajit. Tyag. When you die, Marana Kal. Katam Hogya Haribo. Then Yam Yam Vapi Smaran. Not how many eyeball pictures you took. What you remember. Because at death you can't see. When you're dying you can't see. You can't hear. You can't do anything. If you're lucky you may get a few seconds of remembrance by God. And usually what comes in your memory in that last few seconds is your wife, your husband, the kid that beat you up when you're 5 years old and you can never forget it. Whatever, something ridiculous, mundane. That's what comes. And again, you take a very low birth. Low birth means material birth. So this is, we go to these Leela Stalis and we think, oh my Swamini, she walked here, she touched this Malati, Lata. How fortunate I am to be here. How fortunate are these Lata Devis. Then it's because it's talking about the dust of Brindavan. So don't take the dust for granted. I said, don't take the dust for granted. The Brajaduli. It's very powerful. Like I went to one of my favorite places the other day, and I wanted to take some dust from the ground, from the Leela Stali, and eat it. So I was paying obeisances to one tree, and the one tree was one of those kind of twisty trees of Braj, that don't grow more than 8 feet, but they twist all around, all over the places. They go down like this. Those amazing trees of Braj, they're all Tera pear. They're all like this. They grow like this, and they go along the ground like this, and they grow up like that. Have you seen? Very strange type of trees. Very amazing, transcendental. So the tree was growing near where my head was, just by chance. It was also split. And that's another thing. Usually trees split, they're finished, It was, it was split open. It was like lightning bolt. But it was still growing. The two sides were alive, and the middle was... And I looked up, and there was a bunch of Braja inside that tree. I said, well, now this is really high. This is rarefied. This is not only Leela Stali Brajaduli, but it's inside this Leela Vriksha, Kalpa Vriksha, inside the hollow. The hollow, like the hollow of the tree was inside. I said, this is really good. It's like primo. So this is the Brajaduli. Wherever we go, the dust is very powerful. This Brajaduli is Dibya, transcendental. It's Chintamani, Bhumi. These are thought-fulfilling particles. Particle. Kan. If you just touch this dirt, and because when you're walking barefoot in the Braj, you're thinking of Krishna and Radha on Parikrama, and remembering their pastimes, and you're praying the qualified enter there and serve there. And all those thoughts are being registered in the dirt, in the Brajaduli. And this Braj will fulfill those thoughts, because your feet are in contact with this Chintamani. These are thought-fulfilling particles. Each particle of dust of Brindavan can give us Krishna Prema. Prem Kankan. And we should always remember that Radharani walked here. She is walking here. Radharani walked here. She is walking here. And she will walk here. How fortunate I am. So we should pray to the Brajaduli. When will I see Radha's footprints? We go to the Brajaduli, we go to a Leela Stali, Varsana or Nandagram or anywhere, and we pay Dandavats, and we roll around, and we take some dust, and we think, we meditate, we chant, we pray. We write. The writers, they get inspired. And then what do we do? Then we should think, how fortunate I am. So we should pray there in the Brajaduli, when will I see Radharani's footprints here? Just like every day I go to Manasapavan Ghat, and I pay my obeisances, respects. And I lie in the dust of Manasapavan Ghat at Shamakund. And I there's a way I realize there's a way you can lie down, do dandavats, where only part of your head is touching. You know, the science of full coverage. So you can lie down where maybe just the crown of your head is touching, but not your whole forehead. You have to move your head in a certain way where, you follow? It's like a certain angle where your whole forehead comes in touch with a Brajaraj. Then you think, oh, Radharani's Charanduli is on my forehead. You're thinking like that. And you're praying, Radharani, you came here today. You bathed here today. And I'm putting my head here. Will some alta from the bottom of your feet will come on my forehead? Will you please show me your footprints? And you're lying there and you're thinking, Radharani walked here. She is walking here. She'll walk here tomorrow. When will I see her footprints? This is bhav. This is called bhav dristi. You see with your thinking, and when your heart catches up with your thinking, then you see with your heart. So your heart doesn't catch up with your thinking until we come to the level of bhava bhakti. Then we can see lila. And now it's Ado Shara Tata Sarasanga Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivriti Tata Nishta Vital Ruchi Asakti Bhav and Prema. But at least we have to start thinking with feelings for Radha and Krishna. So I'll give you an example. When will I see Radha's footprints? And when will you please bless me? The Parikartas sing, Brindavan me kan kan bole Shri Radha Radha. In Brindavan, even the smallest pebbles and particles are chanting Radha 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 Radha. Brindavan me kan kan bole Shri Radha Radha. Kan kan means little bit. Little tiny, this little bit. Our minds, this is 8th point. Our minds are forever searching for pleasure, happiness, and enjoyment in 1,000 different ways and places. But the search for bliss ends here. The search for bliss ends here in Brindavan. So may we all follow Prabodh Ananda Saraswati's perfect example and pray to Radhika. And pray to Brindavan. Oh, my foolish, restless, mad mind, just please find pleasure and find your satisfaction here in the rasa-filled forest of Brindavan, the eternal playground of Radhika Shyam Rai. So this is my summary of some of the points that we discussed of verse 14. Now we'll start verse 9. He has a Sakhi Swarup and he also has Mantri Swarup. We don't know the name of the Mantri Swarup, but there's about 50 verses, the 270 verses in Radharasa Nidhi, where he's totally in Mantri Bhav, totally identifying, because he's using words, when will I be your Dasi? When will I be your Kinkari, Dasi? This is not Sakhi Bhav. Tungavidya is an Astra Sakhi. She's in Nayaka Bhav. She enjoys intimately with Krishna. But Mantris are servants of Radharani. So there's about 40 verses. So then, that's why Srila Ananta Das is saying, Shripad is there in the Leela in his Kinkari form. Kinkari means Mantri, Dasi. So it's assumed, because he's writing with everything about the verse is all about from the moon. These not so directly, but many verses we discussed last Kartik, last year, they directly had the word Anucharani, Paricharani, Adasi, Kinkari, which all means Mantri. Mantri is a less common name in our Shastras, but that describes the maidservants, handmaidens of Radharani. So this is why we're saying Saraswati in his Mantri form. And these identities, because there's verses, there's one spiritual world for every liberated soul, and there's one Radha and Krishna for every liberated soul. So there's many of the eternal associates. They have different forms and they have different names. Prabhupada Saraswati is Tungavidya. Vakreshwara Pandit is also Tungavidya. Same name, no problem. So Vakreshwara Pandit, he's Tungavidya. So where he is Tungavidya Sakhi, then there's one Radha, there's one Krishna, there's one Rupa Mantri. The whole entourage is there, and he's in his own spiritual world with them. And there's another Parakoshta, or area, another spiritual world, you can say, realm, because world means realm, level of awareness, consciousness, where Prabhupada Saraswati is Tungavidya, and there's a Radharani there, and there's a Lita there, and Vishaka. You follow? It's like in Dwarka Leela, Narada Muni went to visit the different palaces of Krishna, and he went there in 1 second. He went to all of them, and every one he saw Krishna, and every one he saw 16,108 Krishnas and Vasudevs and Devakis and Balarams and Uddhavas and the whole entourage of Krishna was right there. The only one that was different was one palace had Satyabhama, right, and her maidservants. The other one had Mitravinda and Rukmini, but everybody else was there because it's joint family. So Krishna was Satyabhama and Vasudeva and Devaki and Uddhava and his advisors and Daruka and all that. Then you go to Satyabhama's palace, and it's Krishna and Satyabhama and Vasudeva and Devaki and Daruka and Uddhava, the whole entourage. So that proves just right there in the Bhagavatam, what to speak of Brihad Bhagavatamrita and verses in Laghu Bhagavatamrita, explain out, and Bhakti Sandarbha, there's one spiritual world for every liberated soul. That's why there's no problem. Like sometimes I've seen on the internet where people are criticizing the Babajis. They say, this Russian devotee went to one Babaji, he got the name, Rupa Mantri, say he got the name, Madhavi Dasi, Mantri Swarup. And then his godbrother, he went there and he also got the name Madhavi Dasi. So this is bogus. This can't be your Swarup. I've seen arguments like this. How do 10 disciples of the Guru have the same Mantri Swarup, Nitya Swarup? Because these people are arguing, they don't understand. There's only so many names. Like in ISKCON, they try to develop like 60,000 varieties of different names. But here in other Gaudiya missions, the guru, he may have 50 disciples or 100 disciples named Advaita Das. They don't have any. There's no problem with that, because every Advaita Das will have he'll be in the spiritual world, or whatever. I'm just saying as a sadhaka. There's 25 Advaita Das, because there's only so many names, and these are the standard names. So there's no problem. There's no aparad. There's no problem. There's no difficulty in having repeated names, because even here, that's the Advaita Das from Holland. That's the Bengali Advaita Das. That's the Tamil Advaita Das. That's the Russian Advaita Das. We have our ways of identifying. Just like in America, how many John Smiths are there? How many people are named John? How many people are named Pulkit? How many people are named Amit? Only one person in India names Pulkit?
George Foreman named all his kids George.
Yeah, whatever. So it's all adjusted. It's always, all the time, it's individual. My guru has 100 Advaita Dasas. I'm not saying my guru. Just say my guru is, you have the same name as me. Oh, I want to have my own name. That's just ego. That's just ego. All this is ego. You have your own name. It's your guru and your Advaita Das, and this is your guru eternally, and you will eternally serve him. And say the guru now that's just your sadhaka roop, which you'll give up when you die and get another one and finally attain prema and die. But what about your manjari swarup? So 25 disciples may have a manjari swarup, say Mani Manjari. So in the spiritual world, each one of those Mani Manjaris will have their own Radharani, and they'll have their own Guru Sakhi. It says in Chandogya Upanishad in Bhakti Sandarbha that the jiva, the ordinary jiva, can expand 1,020 forms. 1,020 different forms. The jiva. What to speak of Sri Krishna and his Swarup Shakti? Ananta Rupam. Krishna is Ananta Rupam. Radharani is Ananta Rupam. Lita Sakhi is Ananta Rupam. I just proved this by Dwarka Leela. 16,000 Vasudevs, 16 million Vasudevs. So take the same principle to the sadhaka level. You understand? It's logic, it's reason, it's shastra. Usually I don't entertain questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's usually I just deliver, because it's only 1 hour. So it's kind of, after Kartik on Sundays, 4 to 6, anything. You can ask anything. So, is that point somewhat clear? You should always remember, the main principle, is completely individual. Like, you ever hear this phrase? How many devotees here have Govardhan Shila? Raise your hand. So how do you describe your Govardhan Shila? What do you say? My Govardhan Shila, yeah? You have Govardhan Shila? What do you say? My Govardhan, or in your own language or whatever, your own language. All right, you have your own language. Did you see my deities? Did you see my Krishna? Is that right? What is that called? It's called Mamta Bhav. You're Hindi. Mamata. Mine. This is my mother. No, this is my mother. My brother and I used to say, sometimes I was talking to my brother, I used to say, I was talking to my mother. And my brother would say, she's my mother also. I had so much mamata, I'd say, she's my mother, not yours. So this mamata, individuality and mamata, it's here, already in front of your eyes, it's there also. You have an individual Giriraj. My Giriraj is there. You don't have him. And is Giriraj spiritual? Is he Krishna? Yes or no? Go like this. Is it Brindavan the spiritual world? Are you in the spiritual world? So you have your own Krishna? And if you have your own Radha? So now, hey, Giriraj, Radharani, hey, it's the same. That's what the Brihad Bhagavatamrita is all about. He was here in real time, 500 years ago, a coward boy named Gopal Kumar. Sanat Goswami's writing. He was here, there was Govardhan, there was Radhakund, everything. Then he went and by his power, his bhav and everything. He went to Goloka Vrindavan. Hey, wait a minute. There's Radha and Govardhan, and Radha and Krishna. And I got Radha. Everything's the same. It's consciousness. It's not moving to another country. It's moving the consciousness to another plane. Moving the consciousness to another level. Transcend. Go beyond. Transcendental. Beyond the see, feel, touch world. You have to leave that world. It's okay, that's seva, that's another thing. But then there's bhajan, personal bhajan. Okay, seva, because somebody in Russia, they like it, whatever. But this, living in Vrindavan means this is a takeoff place for Leela Smaran. You can't do Leela Smaran anywhere else but Vrindavan. Impossible. Go and try. Very, very difficult. This is the platform for Leela Smaran, for thinking deeply and meditating on Radha and Krishna. That's what it means to live here. Otherwise, live in Russia and make deity outfits, send them in the post. Says the father loves his children, then he slaps them. Yeah? So, this is the 9th verse. This is some preparation before we get into the Manjari Seva about Vrindavan and adjusting our mind and heart in the right bhav to enter the Leelas we'll discuss. I plan my classes for 30 days in a certain system. Kind of like Sammanavideya in the first couple of days and then Prayojan. This is verse 9. Brindavani. Oh, I think it's overtime. Maybe we should start tomorrow. 1 hour is done. But many people go. There's another class at 4, and many people go there, including my guru. Does have a class. Shri Radha Rasuranidhi ki jai.